First time the issue came up here, our distinguished sister was not even speaking from her seat. And that was when we tried to call her to order. I think part of the problem is when people come from court declared senators, they miss the orientation. The management of the National Assembly is hereby ordered to organize periodic orientation, particularly for senators who are midstreamers, who can midstream and did not start when their colleagues started. Because I remember that this particular senator, on the day she was sworn in, raised her hand to speak. I was scared, but I had to recognize her because I was saying, you just gave her the rule book. Part of what we give to you when you are sworn in is a standing order of the Senate. So I said, has she even opened the rule book to know what she's going to say? But she made a contribution on that day. I think 2 days later, she brought a motion. There's nothing wrong in being vibrant, but there's a lot wrong when you don't know anything about the procedure. You can't be a Reverend Father and go and start the church service with communion. You must lay foundation. So let me refer you to a section.
So what you've just been watching is Akpabio taking a swipe at Natasha Akpoti. If you've been following the incident that happened on the floor of the Senate last week, you would remember that there was an altercation between the both of them, where Akpabio tried to send her to the very back of the Senate sitting area, and then she refused to, and she questioned him. And today, during their sitting, they made a conclusion to refer the case to the ethics and the public's whatever hearing, ethics committee or whatever, and for further disciplinary action. So obviously the Senate took sides with the Senate president, which was expected anyway. It wasn't going to go any other way, anyway around. But the issue here is this. Natasha Akpoti won the election in Kogi State. Natasha Akpoti was rigged. Natasha Akpoti went to court and she won the case. There was a lot of impediments in the way for her to win, to her to become a senator. A lot of troubles that she had to face. Yaya Bello, INEC, rigging. Now the problem I have with Senator Akpabio here is this. The professor that rigged the election to favor Senator Akpabio is in jail. Akpabio here is still serving as a sitting senator. Whereas the person that rigged the election, the court has found the person guilty. Can you see how that doesn't make sense what he said? More than half of the APC lawmakers, governors, even the president, all rigged their elections. It's a known fact that Tinubu did not win the election. It's a known fact. Okay? That's why Nigerians cannot really accept him. And he knows that. But this man, whom INEC rigged the election for to be in power, is the same person talking about other people being midstreamers. So he called them midstreamers, the people who went to court, got their verdict, and then they came back and said, we won legitimately. And he's calling them midstreamers. This is where Nigeria has gotten to. The thieves are the ones calling the actual people who won names. He called our court-declared senators. If the system worked well, she would have been there from the beginning. A senator like this will be the one, if you're the Senate president and you legitimately won, you will be the one questioning the system to make sure the system works so that they didn't have to become midstreamers, as they call them in court. So if you're meeting this for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe, share this content with other people. We want to bring that publicity and that knowledge to Nigerians to let them know it is possible to get rid of all these guys. He was talking about Natasha from the first day they gave her the book. Have you forgotten that we can get the book from the market? It's online. Previous senators would have given it to her. She can read, she can understand. This is what we need to do. We need to get rid of all those old politicians who have destroyed our nation, who think that they still have to wait until they resume Senate's floor and sitting before they can start work. If you've been given a task to do, you go ahead and get the task. If you've been elected to do a task, you prepare yourself so that from day one you hit the ground running. These guys watch politicians from America and in the UK and Western world when they ask them, "What will you do from day one?" And they tell them, she must have told our constituency, "From day one, I will be working for you." And he's saying there's nothing wrong being proactive. You see how these senators are thinking, these lawmakers are thinking. That's why Nigeria is where it is today. So please like, share, and subscribe. We will give you a strategic, analytical breakdown of the things that happen as it matters to you. But we want to also make sure that 2027, we start to see some of those changes and make gains on the changes that we wanted from 2023. It's about time. Okay? So please join this band, join this movement. Let's move this content out to everyone around in Nigeria and all around the world, as Nigerians as you can be, and no matter where they're from, whether in Nigeria, we need to publicize this to make sure, let them know that 2027 is possible for us to elect the right set of president and senators, lawmakers, state and federal level and state level across board. All right, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you as always. God bless you. Bye for now.